What's on your mind, like, lately?
Um, Mostly like how I can pretty much quit my job and work how I want to work.
Work how you want to work?
I mean, my own schedule, like doing what I actually really want to do. Just not having to wake up every day at a certain time. A manager hit me up all the time. Just doing what I got a passion for.
Well, like, do you feel like your current role is your passion? Do you think you can, like, make that something you can do independent?
Um, I mean, in a way, there's a different department where it's like the trauma department that I actually really want to go into, which would be kind of cool. I mean, I'm not saying like I do like my schedule at my job. Like, I can kind of make it on my own, schedule stuff on my own, but I also still have somebody to answer to, which I kind of want to get away from. Um, but I would like, I mean, I guess I could incorporate like the trauma part in what I really want to do because that's mental, emotional health is
And that's the passion.
that's my passion.
Okay. Well, I mean, shit, since you brought it up, like, that's kind of what I was interested in talking about with you. Like is it the mind body connection?
Yes,
You know,
indeed.
you be knowing like a lot of little things about things that you wouldn't really think of, you know what I'm saying, that affect you. Like it could be something on your mind, affect how you physically feel. So
Yeah. And I wish we had like more of that curriculum in schools and stuff because it's not something that you actually think that affects you for real. So I'm just trying
I
to
agree.
shed light on that, especially in our community. Um, because a lot of us we don't really like therapy either. Look at it as like a weakness or something. So, um, just trying to bring it to light in kind of like a fun way, a cool way.
I feel you. So I guess what's one example of something that you come across common that you see in a person? Like it could be their behavior to where you don't even know that this is actually affecting this. What's the common, you know what I'm saying, thing that you see in somebody's
Um,
behavior to where you like this is gonna affect this, and then you end up hearing them complain about that? What's the common thing?
I think probably like high blood pressure or I mean anxiety is kind of common, but I think high blood pressure because like people get mad a lot and then they don't realize like yes, food contributes to it, but it's also like something got your blood boiling. Like you're literally mad about something and you're not really making a connection. Um, that comes up a lot.
So like being mad and having like rage.
Yeah, but internalizing it, like it's different if you letting it out. I mean, people let it out in different ways. Sometimes it's healthy, sometimes it's not, but you're still getting it out. But if you suppressing it and internalizing it, um, that's gonna show up. It can be like high blood pressure or something else that affects one of your organs.
Okay, so like I got a question then with that. Like, so what would be a way of like, let's say you do have a feeling of anger or rage. What's a way that you can let it out without, you know what I'm saying, like going off on a motherfucker?
I mean, you can do it when you're calmer and just wait until like you're not so upset. But also there's other things you can do. You can go like if you have anger, you're prone to anger, maybe you might like boxing or kickboxing or
Okay.
running or writing or something that's gonna calm you down till you can express yourself without like I mean, but sometimes you just need to cut the person out. I'm not gonna lie, but there's other ways you can do it where it's not so destructive.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like even if you do let it out, you know what I'm saying, and you go off on somebody, you still finna have high blood pressure. You definitely gonna have high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like actually yelling at a motherfucker.
That's true.
But I agree. You saying like work out something to burn that energy that you done built up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah, I feel that.
Um,
I agree with that. What's another one though? Like, what's some besides like anger and high blood pressure? What's another like mind body connection?
one that I see sometimes is like people that probably wear glasses. They might be prone to like frustration or envy or jealousy or something. Of which you kind of hear it when it comes out when they're speaking. Like if you're listening to people, you kind of can read between the lines. Sometimes they say it out loud, and sometimes it's like I feel some hater vibes. But that's another one where it's like people are frustrated or
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. I'm okay. This is my fault because 5 seconds in, like I had got a little bit sidetracked. But look, you started off by saying when somebody wear glasses, and now I'm listening to this part, and you like they frustrated.
Yes, okay. So things that
Yeah,
affect
run
your
that by
eyes.
me. Okay,
So okay, I will just say things that affect your eyes.
that shit crazy. So if you wear glasses, somebody frustrated you when you was a kid.
Yeah, because those thoughts
Damn.
and emotional patterns can kind of just get stuck in your head. You're having those same type of thoughts, those same type of emotional patterns, and then long term, it's affecting the organ. So I mean, I just say people that have problems with their eyes, whether it go blurry, things of that nature, it's something that they're not liking that they're seeing. And they kind of got to
That's
correct that emotional and thought pattern.
okay. So I got another one though. But what if you just sat? You know how like when motherfuckers was little, they sat in front of the TV.
Yeah,
We was that generation. Like,
yeah.
what if it's that you just sat your ass in front of the TV and fucked your own eyes up?
I mean, maybe that can contribute to it, but I also am a strong believer that, like, if your inner G, like your inner whatever is solid, then other stuff won't affect you. Like, if you already were, I don't know, thinking about something and it like weakened something in your knee, and then all of a sudden you fell and like cracked your knee or something, like that wouldn't have happened if you weren't already kind of prone to, if that makes sense.
I mean, that's an angle you can't look at it in.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying that that's not it. I'm just saying that like, it's crazy to me the connection. But because like I can see that, like the images that you seeing being something that like frustrates you
Yeah.
to the point where you squint. It's like a resistance a little bit, but at the same time, though, I'm just looking at like you could have just been like exposed to bright lights, like you know what I'm saying, right close up.
I mean, and that's definitely can be a contributing factor, but um like okay, let's say if you get a cold, you
Okay,
wouldn't actually really, because you know you have a strong immune system, so you probably wouldn't catch no cold if you weren't already like stressing or something like that.
I can now that I ain't gonna lie, I can see that because I am a firm believer. Like when you in a good mood, like when you feeling good, not too many things like bounce off. Like you know what I'm saying, like so I'm a believer in that. You know what I'm saying, but I don't know. It's interesting though. That's why, I just wanted to see where you was at with that.
Um, yeah, I mean, also like sadness in the lungs or like grief. Um, some people might be prone to like things that happen with their lungs. because they're holding in sadness or grief and they don't really know how to process that in a healthy manner. So they just kind of suppress it or put on a happy front, and next thing you know, it's like, boom.
You know how I see that connection though? I can see that one because it's like when you upset about something, like you know how somebody like they get upset and they breathing start changing or something like that. Like it might be two people that's about to fight or yelling, and it's like your breathing is not the same. Like it pick up, you know what I mean? So I can see that actually really being something that tie you into it. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. Like your emotions, I think, in your brain, behavior, all of that is like it's connected all to your organs when you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna affect how you function. Yeah. If you upset, your body gonna turn up. Like it's just a natural type thing. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, those are like the physical effects. Those are like the short-term effects that kind of alert you that, you know, you kind of in high stress right now. And then it'll start changing to like more chronic and affecting different parts. Like, if you're nervous to go speak in front of somebody, like you like, oh gosh, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna think? Blah blah blah. Your hands might start getting sweaty, or like you might start getting bubble guts. So yeah, those are just like the physical effects, the obvious physical effects that I think some people can contribute or recognize.
Yeah, I used to be nervous, like doing speeches and shit, but I think it was probably, I want to say like high school. Really not high school, because it went from nervous to like whatever the feeling is when you finna like when you're in front of your friends in school. It's like more so trying not to laugh. That's not but I guess that's still nervous. That's still nervous. But by the time I was like out of school and I went to college for a little bit, I looked at it more so like I don't know these people, so it's kind of nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? And I just had full confidence in giving the presentation.
That's what's up.
But before that, it was more so like trying not to laugh, because I know I was on that. I'm making you laugh. If you my guy, and you gotta read a paper, it's over. Don't look my way. I'm doing everything in my power to get a little, make you smile just a little bit. Yeah. Fuck your whole situation up.
But that's funny. I mean, there is different ways that like can manifest, whether it's like internally and it's affecting like your organs or immune system, and then it's like externally where it's like you eating different or maybe you laughing, and so it's different ways that can manifest for sure.
So, speaking of eating, I'm trying to segue some shit in there, but like, do you have, because you own it as far as like mind body connection, that can actually keep you a lot healthier than you think, just like right out the gate. But do you got like a certain type of way that you eat, certain type of diet? Or?
I'm not big on pork. Okay. I don't eat a lot of beef, but honestly, no. I'm probably not the healthiest eater, so I don't know if you want to follow my guidance, but I do like salmon. I try and eat healthy when I can, salad, spinach, making smoothies, but also eat a little unhealthy, balanced. It still can contribute, like those are contributing factors, but like if you have like leaky gut or something like that, I feel like
leaky gut,
like there's holes in your intestines, and then like it gets out in places that it's not supposed to be. So
I didn't even know it can do that.
Yeah, but I feel like you wouldn't have those holes or whatever in your intestines if you weren't already stressed. So the food wouldn't really. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Like.
So ultimately, do you feel like the mind-body connection is like it can be a shield?
Yeah, I feel like it can override a lot of stuff, because even if you go to the doctor, sometimes it's like, all my test results came back negative, so what's really going on? But it just hasn't gotten to the point where it's like showing up in your organs. Like cancer can go undetected for a long time.
For sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I mean, I remember when I was little. That's why I've kind of got into like mind body connection. It's just for my own health. But I do remember when I was little, I was going to the hospital a lot, and like I had real bad headaches. They were doing CAT scans and all this other stuff, and they're just like, "No, everything's fine. Like she just has a headache." And now that I think back on it, yes, I was probably thinking about something way too hard.
Yeah.
It was stressing me out, and that was kind of causing the issues. But
It was possessed. Didn't know it.
right. But yeah, so just my own health and realizing like, okay, I'm actually doing a lot of this on my own with my thought patterns and emotional patterns and holding stuff in. So
Yeah, no, the mind is a powerful thing, like just in general. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about this the other day, like when it comes to like prayer, it's like I think that's pretty much it's like a mental exercise kind of, because you can pray, I can pray like, okay, God, put me in a better situation. But realistically, most people, I feel you gonna, once you pray for it, you kind of gonna mentally just try to put yourself in a better situation. You know what I'm saying? And then when you think about it, once you mentally do it, you start, it's in your actions, your behavior. You start doing shit, and then you end up kind of better off. Even if it's not what you pictured, you still put yourself, you know what I'm saying, in a little bit better of a circumstance or whatever. But it just all starts with mental.
facts.
That's what, like, I think that's like the full transition through like a prayer. If you just praying like, put me in a better situation, and you just go to sleep type shit, like every day you do that, then it's, you know, it's not realistic. I don't think, to think that something may happen. You can hit the lottery or some shit, but I'm saying like, for the most part, when you put that shit out there mentally, it starts to trickle down to your behavior, then your actions. So yeah, no, I already know it's a, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely more powerful than you would think.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. It starts with a thought, then like your actions and behaviors that follow
Mm-hmm.
suit. Because it's like put me in a better position, like you said, and it's like, okay, well, I gotta find what to do to put me in a better position and all of that.
Yeah.
So
In a sense, you're gonna kind of like protect yourself with it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you asking for, you know what I mean? Like just out of life, naturally, I feel like you're gonna kind of put yourself in the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Plus, it's still gonna be some help from other things just in the world. You know what I'm saying? But I think that like once you mentally set your mind to some shit, like it just trickle down from there.
yeah, facts.
So you know,
That's why I try and be real intentional, especially with my words and things that I say. Like, I know there's a big trend where it's like, haha, I'm dead or whatever. And they talking about they laughing, but like, I
what's
don't
the
know.
trend?
It's like, you know how people be laughing so hard, they be like, I'm dead. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I just feel like words are very powerful. They can manifest. And
are you one of them?
I am. Because if you keep saying like you said, if you keep praying, like, put me in a better position, or whether it's that or you saying like
I'm gonna
I'm a
say
failure.
I'm a failure. Yeah, nah, but if you talking like that, then yeah, your ass get right. You can't be just out here giving up.
So yeah, I do feel like your words are powerful. They manifest just like your thoughts.
No, yeah, for sure. I agree. I agree. Yeah, I don't like hearing too much negative. Like I'm the type, it's kind of a pet peeve for like negativity. Hearing too much negativity for me, you know what I'm saying? Or if somebody complaining, can't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause it's not changing nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, I remember maybe this what did it. when I was little. I never, for whatever reason, I just never forget this though. Like my nose was bleeding in class one time when I was in school. And I don't know why, but I was trying to keep it on the low. Like, damn, my nose bleeding. And it's like the class quiet and shit. It's damn near a motherfucker talking in front of, it was something going on. And this girl, like, she just couldn't help herself. Like, she just seen me and was like, your nose bleeding. I'm like, don't you see me over here with all this fucking tissue, like, trying to keep this shit low. And she loud as hell. His nose bleeding. Like, but it's just like, that's not, maybe that did help the situation. I don't know. But that transferred to the other shit to where it's like people that complain over like spilled milk. Like it's already happening, fam. I'm already over here trying to do something about it. Like you get what I'm saying? So it's like you putting that out there is like, what you want me to do now? You want me to panic? Like, so my nose bleeding. Okay. Like look back straight, motherfucker.
That's funny. Maybe she was trying to get you some more help or something. But
yeah, so I just never forgot that though. She just was put me on blast. Like his nose bleeding. Like, but I'm saying like essentially people that cry over spilled milk.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Listen, man.
yeah, no,
We either finna do something or look, shit be happening. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, on to the next shit.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm definitely solution based. Like, okay, I'll listen to you, but I'm not gonna listen to the same thing over and over and over. And you're not doing anything about it. Like I get people want to vent sometimes, but it's also like, okay, are you just looking for attention? You just want to talk? Like, what do you want out of this? Because I'm very solution based. Like, let's figure out so you don't have to keep complaining.
Yeah, like I don't know, that wins me over. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a person that's complaining, but yeah, I can't do it. Can't do it. What's your okay, food diet? You pretty much eat normal.
Yeah.
What's your, this what I be wanting to know about a person. What's your like, what's entertaining to you? What type of media do you consume? Are you like you don't watch, some people don't watch too much shit. Some people don't even have social media. Some people don't like, you know what I'm saying? So what media entertains you, if any?
I feel like I'm pretty well rounded in that aspect because sometimes I just watch it just to see like what are you guys talking about? What are you guys doing? I mean, some stuff I don't watch. I don't like the hood movies or it's like people getting shot all the time or I don't know, it makes me sad. So it's like cuz this is actually real life, so it's like I don't want to watch it on TV and see it in real life too. But I do like stuff that's like positive, where it's like people are laughing, people are giggling, stuff that's funny. I'm not a big fan of like reality shows, especially like, I mean, I don't want to like incriminate myself or anything, but like
right, just reality
some
shows.
of the reality shows where it's like what they're teaching us and what they're kind of influencing, where it's like I don't trust my wife or my wife only want this for this and that, or like fuck bitches, get money type of stuff. I don't know. I like seeing healthy dynamics. So
Cosby Show.
I like the Cosby Show, Fresh Prince, Martin, where it's like you see happy dynamics, healthy dynamics, and it's not like people are against their own people or against their own partner or kids and stuff like that.
I feel you. I feel you. So like, what about like how do you know like these shows like a Ghost or something? Like you don't fuck with that?
No. No, I mean, I don't watch a lot of TV, but no, I don't watch Ghost or Power or none of that. Just because it's like a lot of people watch it and yeah, it's real life and they can relate to it, but it's also like a lot of young people watch it and they think it's cool to grow up and be like that, and then all of a sudden you see people dying left and right. Like, no, I don't like doing that. I don't watch scary movies. I don't want none of that in my spirit.
You was possessed when you was little.
Stop saying that.
You trying to stay away from that demon.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Like, cause, you know, that is what, you know, I think, attracts people, the reality of certain things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is though. Like, it's unfortunate, but I just think as humans, like, think about a podcast, right? It's pretty much like everything is oversaturated. Like, it's so much type shit. But I be thinking sometimes, like, why, like, so you finna sit here and listen to, cause I'll listen to the shit, but I'm just like, I'm finna listen to 3 hours of their conversation. But that's how we are as human. Like, we simple and complex to where we'll really listen to two people just talking.
Yeah.
Whether it's about something or not, like, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the people. But something simple as that, like, but that's reality. Like, it gets, like, the more real that person is, the more it attracts people.
Right.
The more that they can relate type shit. So that's where it's a violent world. So you got all these people that had the ability to make these movies and shows. That's the ideas, because it's like they either experienced it, you know what I'm saying? Or like they can relate. They know that this type, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, we violent.
I get that, but also how do we move from, yeah, we can relate and yeah, this is what I experienced or whatever, to like something where it's not so violent. I mean, like, if you think about old music, it was like, okay, I'm telling my story. And yeah, it could be I'm telling my story in this show or this movie, but it's also like, how can I kind of make a spin on it where it's like other people aren't trying to follow in my footsteps?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I feel like at the end of the day, we still are kind of early on with all this shit that we using. Like, by the time it's a whole nother, like, if I have kids, they gonna probably be able to make movies themselves. So they may want it, like, just like how you saying they may want to see something less violent. I think it's just with time, it's gonna come that, like, it's gonna come a balance, because it's gonna be a need. If everything becomes violent, it's inevitable that somebody gonna be like, you know what, this shit, like, it's gonna have to turn at some point.
True.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, right now we just experiencing this time, but in 100 years, this shit may be like how some countries are, where it's like low crime. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, we just in this time with it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, no, I definitely get it takes time.
yeah.
I just hope we moving in the right direction and we not like trying to fight fire with fire instead of just using a fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's a whole nother combo and shit. That made me think about something, but I'm gonna ask you this, like, what's an unpopular opinion that you have about something?
I don't know. I mean, I think the first thing that pops into our mind is that like our thoughts and our emotions manifest, whether it's in our actions, our behaviors, or it's affecting our body. That's the first thing that pops into my head. Why, do you have something?
I mean, I probably got like a few, but I was thinking about something else, but I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
Oh, that's good to know.
I don't think that's it. Like, it's probably people that don't realize that because they not thinking about it. But when you say it like that, it's not. I think people know what it is. You know what I'm saying? When you feeling upset, you're going to put yourself in a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? All that shit connect. Once you really think about it, I think everybody see it like that.
What's your unpopular opinion?
Because now I'm thinking about, what was we just talking? We was talking about something, but now I'm thinking about some conspiracy ass shit.
What is it?
Like, I don't think dinosaurs existed.
What makes you think that?
Because, like, I just don't think that they, like, I don't think that, like, well, I'm not the most religious person, but, like, do they speak of dinosaurs in any Bible?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I heard of, I don't think I heard of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong, though. Like, they say they got fossils and all that, but I'm just looking at it like, so it was big ass dinosaurs, like, and once they got wiped out by whatever wiped them out, nothing else wiped the earth out again like that. Like, I don't, maybe we just in the time, it's still early on, who knows? But
I mean,
they was just running around with people type shit.
I don't think people existed when dinosaurs existed, but then also going back to like being violent, I wonder if they was just wiped out because they like, nah, y'all just too violent, y'all gotta go. And God was like, nah, bye. But what about Noah's Ark when he wiped all those people out?
I don't know shit about, all I know is Noah's Ark was the boat, and he supposedly had, like, was it 2 of every animal? Like, even that, like, come on, like, I don't even want to get to talking about that, but I'm saying, like, you said that people weren't here, but I thought it was like God made the world in 7 days and then Adam and Eve. Or am I wrong?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if it was Adam and Eve, where the T-Rex was at, he would have stomped on their ass and we never would have been here. Like, over with. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard for me to believe that 2 people exist, because they had to exist long enough to have kids, for them to have kids type shit.
yeah.
And I don't think they would have survived on this motherfucker with lions, tigers, bears, T-Rexes, Tyrannosaurus, raptors and shit. And like, that's snakes. That's what I'm saying. But this just some, that's my unpopular opinion. When I look at certain things, I'm like, hold on. Dinosaurs, like, and then it's the other thing I found out in Jurassic Park. That's not a real roar. Like, that's not how they sounded. They don't know how they sounded. That's like a tiger mixed with some other shit.
Wow. I mean, when you put it that way about like, okay, God made the earth, where was the dinosaurs at? When did they come in to play? I mean, it does make a little bit sense because it's like, where were they? Where did they come from? How were they made?
He made dinosaurs, like, so you gonna put Adam and Eve down here with it? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But it could be, you know what I'm saying, that could have happened. I don't know. I'm speaking ignorantly, but I'm just saying, like, he sent their ass off. He sent their ass off. He put Adam down here by himself first, remember?
Yeah.
He down here with T-Rexes, no weapons. Raptors. Was it dogs then?
I don't know.
Pit bulls, lions, bears, snakes, every bug.
I know it was birds and stuff.
Like, come on. Like, this nigga ain't surviving.
That's funny. But I mean, I guess before Adam and Eve messed up, the world was perfect or something, or it was supposed to be. I don't know. Maybe they came after they ate that or whatever happened. That's funny though. Or I don't know, maybe the dinosaurs were on a separate island and
No,
Columbus decided
they
to
was
go
on Jurassic
explore.
Park. Ain't nobody explored. Listen, man, it's some holes in this story. I don't know.
It is.
But it's just like what was it, 2 animals on Noah's Ark? See, but I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to be like, no, that shit ain't true. Because I don't fucking know. I don't even know the story to even be talking about the shit. But, man, that shit crazy. Even like slavery, though. See, I was talking about this, though, with my guys and shit. With slavery. And I was like, okay, how many people can fit on a boat? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if they piling, you know what I'm saying, people on there, people were not making it because it's taking months. So they probably only brought like a certain amount. I feel like we kind of was everywhere. Like we probably was already here, blended in with Indians type shit. If not half Indian, half black, like, or whatever. Like I think because I don't know, like it's possible that maybe they brought hundreds of thousands over here and then we just populated from there. But it's like these boats, like they had that many boats to keep doing that because they probably was only making it like, damn, we only got 10,000 this trip. Y'all kept, you know what I'm saying? This type of thing though, I ain't gonna lie. The reason why, like, when I be having these types of conversations and we get off into that, it now make you want to like kind of go back into it and like, you know, do a little research type shit because I just be looking like, hold on, wait, this shit ain't making sense right here.
I feel you. I guess one thing that I did wonder about is like, how are they keeping track of the dates? Like, they didn't have no cell phones to go be like, oh, it's May 13th today. So how did everybody keep track of being on the same day? Which is something I always kind of wondered about.
Said we really on Saturday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody think it's this, like, oh shit, it's really Wednesday. Yeah. See, once you start going down the
rabbit hole,
it's just like, hold on, wait, this shit ain't even fucking real.
Yeah.
But no, I ain't one of them, but it'd be interesting to go down that rabbit hole sometimes because it make you look some shit up though.
It do.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only, like I be thinking about, I had a little quick conversation the other day with moms. I was talking about school and like what I utilize from school now. And I'm like, now I'm thinking about like history. Like the only way I utilize history, like I don't know if I'm necessarily utilizing it. This is just me kind of running across something and just being like, hold on, what's that? That's maybe I'm utilizing research skills or some shit, but history class, I don't know if I really like got something out of that because it was only we was damn near learning the same shit every year.
Yeah. I definitely wish we had different curriculum because no one used the Pythagorean theorem or hypothesis or whatever it is. But if we learn some life skills and credit and, you know, money management, budgeting, I mean, yes, we probably touched on it a little bit, but like some of the stuff that we probably really needed to learn. No one cares about photosynthesis and leaves and stuff unless you actually going to go be a scientist. So, yes, I mean, school just taught you how to be obedient, listen to people, do your homework, and follow the rules.
So, if you could come up with your own curriculum, like for elementary, middle, and high school, how would you have it? Like, what's your layout?
So for elementary, especially starting with kindergarten, I think it would be very important to learn how to regulate emotions. And it's like, okay, you can't just have a temper tantrum all the time. Like, what's wrong? Talk it out or, you know, figure it out. I would teach life skills like buying a house, credit, building your credit.
Well, I'm saying when you gonna introduce math? Like
math, I think should stay there. I don't know if we need to go into geometry unless that's something like you want to go into engineering and things of that nature. But I do think math is important to know. So you should start that from kindergarten on up because there's numbers everywhere, whether it's money or whatever it is. So I think that's important. But I do think we should probably learn some history, the real history, not just like what they want us to know or that we supposedly came here willingly on ships. Like I think that's something they're trying to change the curriculum.
Indentured servants and shit.
I mean, there would be a lot of different aspects, whether it's like they're teaching art or they're teaching music or ballet, like how to engineer your own things. And if people take an interest in that, it's like you can go deeper. Okay, so math, we need to learn how to write. English is actually the hardest language, and
You think so?
I do, because some of it just don't make no sense. Like some of the words that are spelled the same, but they just sound completely different. Like cough,
Okay.
throw, through, and it's like okay. I think we just memorized how the words look, and we like okay, that's what it is. But learning how to read, how to write, how to properly write paragraphs and things of that nature. Yeah, I think that's important. Um, just learning how to be decent human beings without and being yourself. Like, I do feel like when you go to school, it's you learning how to do what other people want you to do, whether it's sit still for 8 hours while they just talk to you, but you might not even learn in that manner where it's like, okay, I have to do something while I'm learning or whatever without, they be trying to put you on Ritalin or say you got ADHD if you don't want to sit still for 20 hours while they talking to you. So yeah, just the curriculum that kind of caters to different styles of learning. But I do think English and math is definitely important.
Yeah. Okay. So what about like high school years?
High school, I think it would get more into like life skills, like if you want to go to college or what do you want to do, getting a job, making a resume, building your credit because like once we turn 18, sometimes we get credit cards and then it's like, dang, I done fucked up my credit. So just more life skills, being on your own, like managing a household and um, how to be like if how to have a healthy relationship. They teach us about sex and sex ed and stuff, but like, what about actually maintaining and having healthy relationships? Because not everyone had like parents to look up to that were healthy. You want me to come closer?
So high school is life skills,
I
the
think,
transition.
yeah. I mean, still including like English and um, math, just because like some people may want to go to college and you're gonna have to know how to write papers and things of that nature, or um, but more so life skills, getting you ready to be on your own. Because I mean, when you're 18, a lot of people, especially in our community, they're like, okay, well, what you finna do? You getting out of my house, going to school, or you getting a job and you moving out.
Right.
So yeah, just learning how to be a successful adult
Yeah.
navigating life. What would you have liked to learn?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Um. So for me, I ain't gonna lie. Like I would do elementary and middle school would be like all of the basic skills, reading. Like you know what I'm saying? Like kind of how they have it, similar to how they have it now. Like it would just be the basic skills, reading all of your what you call that shit. Um. I forgot what you call those classes, but
Like
like
ELA?
I guess, but like math, science,
Oh, okay.
English,
Core
those
core
classes.
subjects.
Yeah, it would be the development of that elementary and middle school. You're gonna pretty much know how to read, count, um, write a paper. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get to high school and you're doing the life skills like resume and all of that, you still want to have some sense of structure of what you're talking about. So it's like all of that would be like in the youth. Because once you learn it, then you're not gonna really forget it because you're gonna keep having to use certain things like how to read. But I wouldn't even overdo it. By the time you're in high school, it's like you said, life skills. Um, if there were classes though, instead of it being math, like math would be all just finances for the most part because that's where you use math. You know what I'm saying? Or like what's something else you would probably use math in besides like some money situations? Everything else is kind of one off. You know what I'm saying? So math would be replaced with like finances. Like instead of history, I would rather replace that with like law because you have to deal with law in any society that you live in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to actually educate people on that. Like, okay, this is like everybody should know gun laws. like at 16, 17, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to end up being essential anyways. You know what I'm saying? Drunk driving, you should know that. You should, like, all of these things should be something that, you should know, not just like what branch of the government this and all of that. That should be if you want to know that, like, really, in my opinion, like, I think you should know it, but not like, if you want to go deeper, then that's something that if you want to tap into like political. But I think history should, for the most part, be replaced with like like law, how the court system works. If you get into this situation credit wise, like lawsuits, all of these things should be taught in high school years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I'll add to the life skills portion. Like, and yeah, English should just be like paperwork, filling out resumes, filling out information when you want to get a house, dealing with banks, dealing with, like, it's just pretty much all of this shit that end up being something that you can't avoid. That's what high school would end up being. You know what I'm saying? And I balance it because they still are young adults, so that shit gonna bore the fuck out you. I'm balancing that with, once you take those classes, it's straight electives like gym or swimming, and you can pick whatever you want to do type shit. But that's how you balance that to where it's not all just an overload of a motherfucker listening about law. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to throw something else in there. That's just realistic. Because if I'm 15, I get it. Like, okay, you trying to teach me this, teach me that. But we saying that from this point. If I was 15, I'm not trying to hear that shit. But if I had a dose of it, like, okay, I got this law class for an hour, and it's actually, okay, we learning about the gun shit. Okay, that's interesting enough to where it's like, all right, let me see how that shit work. But then after that, you got gym. Okay, now you can balance that out. Now you go back. Now you learn about how to avoid these lawsuits or some shit. Like, you have to like keep a motherfucker interested at the same time, because they still not kids, but young adults. So that attention span over with, trying to just jam pack all priorities. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my high school would be: gym and gun classes. Like, how to, you know what I'm saying, stay out them jams. You know what I'm saying? Like, so laws, like police, all that type of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think law is definitely very important, especially like a lot of people don't know their rights and things of that nature. So we kind of just go along with certain things. I think that's definitely important.
The only other thing I'll throw in there is, like, you know how certain schools may have certain types of events where they have like, they may have people come in from different career paths or whatever. It's just a day where it's like a job fair or some shit. I had that type of shit, plus, like how you say it, relationships. Have like a couple or something. Just have somebody come in there, a divorced motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, have examples of people come in there just to talk and answer questions. They ain't even got to have no class. Let's just, like, today we got this going on. You know what I'm saying? It's this conference going on in the auditorium. Is this going on in the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here and there. Because like I say, it's the attention span. I turn school damn near into that, to where I feel like you learning valuable information. It's not just like algebra 2 and having to turn this paper in on frogs in science. Like, it's not just like babysitting shit. Yeah. That shit be overkill by the time you're in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I add in the essentials in there with it. You know what I'm saying? To balance it out.
Yeah. No, I think that's good. Especially with me being in like CPS, I think just knowing about taking care of a kid and things of that nature. But I do like the idea of having different people come in and talk, because that's beneficial, whether it's like, okay, this construction worker is coming in, and if you think you might like construction, go to this seminar. Definitely would be beneficial.
And I'm thinking like this. I know how kids is still. You can have a motherfucker there. It ain't even got to be no pressure on, like, they're here to speak. They just there. Like, you going to have the teacher there, whatever. And if they want to do that, they can do that. But it's for the most part, like, well, I guess it do have to be some type of structure. You know what I'm saying? But I would just have them there pretty much to answer questions. You know what I'm saying? And if they wanted to share their experience or whatever. But, somebody that's just willing to come there like, hey, this so-and-so got a barbershop over here. You know what I'm saying? Doing that. You know what I mean? Like, or this so-and-so got a construction company. Boom, boom, they do that. Like, you can just bring in different people, like regular people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just so you can get an example. Even if you might know somebody that own a construction company, but somebody don't know somebody that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can just have a day where it's different people from different walks of life. Hey, this so-and-so, you know what I'm saying? Hey, crackhead dude. Would you let him in the school to talk? You got to share his experience too. Shit,
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, he could probably be whether a good example of what not to do and learn from his mistakes. I mean, I've talked to some homeless people just to like, how did you end up here? And it's like sometimes they have good insights. Some of them like being homeless. Some of them just made some bad mistakes. But I think people from all walks of life would be beneficial. Even people that have been to jail, it's like, okay, yeah, I think people from all walks of life have something to contribute at some point.
if, if yeah, I would have that. Just different little examples, different walks of life. People come in and speak type shit. But it'll be a day for that.
Yeah.
Fuck it, just to switch it up, keep that attention span though. But that's how I would redo it. You know what I'm saying? Like currently constructed, like it is what it is. It's still people that get value out of going to school for sure. It's nothing is perfect. Like even what I can't, like you can come up with any type of idea. It's not gonna have 100% success rate at the end of the day. So, it's been working to this point to a certain extent. I'll just say that. But it's like if I could do something else, I kind of make it a little more useful for both sides because I feel like you putting out a more productive person at that point. Maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's like a free for all at school, but more so just the courses. Instead of like, world studies or some shit, like throw a law class in there.
Yeah.
You can still grade their paper, you know what I'm saying, and do all that shit, but you learning something that you're gonna encounter that type of shit. So
yeah. I would go. I would like that school. I definitely feel like I would pay more attention. Because I mean, I have so many young people, especially when I was a teacher. It's like they want to play games all day or they want to do TikToks and dances and stuff. And it's like you have to engage them. They can't just sit there, especially like the younger kids. They have a lot of energy. So, yeah, just finding stuff that keeps them engaged and attentive.
yeah, no, for sure.
Okay, so what was it you wanted to be when you grew up, and we'll start there.
You said what did I want to be when I grew up? Man, crazy thing is like I never narrowed it down. Like I never narrowed it down to like one thing and shit. It was like from like 4 to probably like 10. It was like I'm going to the league. I'm playing basketball. Like I'm black. Not to say that's fucked up. That's fucked up. I was finna say like when you black, you usually be thinking that shit. But
You probably do.
But like other than that, what's like a career path?
I feel like people are very focused on like YouTube and rappers and like the stuff that makes basketball players, stuff that like is promoted and the black people jobs, what they call them.
That's a good point. But it's like nothing really, cause like it was like I just say basketball just on some fantasy, but nothing really had my interest like that. Like full on dead on interest. Like at times I might have been like, oh shit, I'll be a lawyer. Like fuck around, seen a movie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or oh, I'll do this, but I never narrowed it down to like, oh, I see myself doing this. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel you.
I still don't quite have it narrowed down though. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's more than just like a career. I look at it more so like that now. Like I know what some interests of mine are, something that I could maybe turn into that for sure. But I look at it a little deeper than just like a way to make money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what would I enjoy doing, have a passion for, and all of that. I didn't have it narrowed down when I was little though.
Um,
I was damn near um, floating by, bare minimum. I was one of those. Like, yeah, I was bare minimum in school. Barely passed. Like,
I feel
no
you.
interest. Yeah.
So if there's something that you wish you would have had more of, is there something you wish you would have had more of?
Um. Well, probably discipline, but I don't fault myself as a kid for not being disciplined. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even now, like I show lack of discipline at times now, but I don't fault myself though because I done seen I got actual reference points in my life to where I'm like, I was disciplined at this point. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was no denial of it type shit. And even now it's a certain level that I don't drop below when it comes to that. So I don't really look at it in the sense of like, damn, I should have been. I'm talking about like youth years. Like it's no real pressure on it. But I'll say that. What about you?
Um, I always thought I was gonna be like a heart surgeon or something. I wanted to save people.
Want to save lives.
But yeah, actually, like looking at what I would have had to learn, I'm like, yeah, nah. I mean, at some point, I still do think I want to be some type of doctor, but not a heart surgeon.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, I don't know. Cause I'm still trying to think like with me, it was just different things at different times though. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily, I ain't really had that shit narrowed down to one particular career path.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Now I'm at the point where it's like it's a bunch of different things, and I want to try and figure out how I can kind of combine them all in some aspect. Or if I'm gonna just try and be like a jack of all trades, I don't know, jumping from thing to thing. But for the most part, I mean, I think I'm pretty focused on like mental health, emotional health, trauma, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But just in a lot of different ways, whether that's dance or add some type of psychology to it. But yeah.
Last words.
Um, no, can you go first?
I don't have none. I thought
Uh,
you was gonna,
um,
say a little bar.
Iggy fresh. Yeah, that's kind of all I got is be mindful of your thoughts, your emotions, what you watch, what you're being influenced by, whether that's social media, TV, music. Um, let's just be healthy human beings.